Oh, wow. Okay, so a little bit of a detour there. Do better than me, guys. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. Sometimes when I'm alone, I Mongolian throat sing to myself. If you're new here, my name's Ash, I'm 27, I'm a cybersecurity enthusiast, and on this channel we learn all things cybersecurity and hacking, Python programming, and we play capture the flags together. And on today's video, we are going over day 7 of the Advent of Cyber event from tryhackme. Timestamps and all helpful links will be in the description below. All right, let's get started. So I'm on tryhackme, I've logged in, and we can see day 7 is the latest day. I'm finally up to date. So let's open task 12 and have a look at CyberChef. So as usual, we have another fantastic walkthrough, so definitely go check that out. This one's from Security Ninja. Oh yeah. So if you've already done day 6, we were looking at a suspicious document and we used VirusTotal and Inquest. So someone has accidentally opened the document and it's still unknown what this document did in the background. So it's going to be our job to examine the malicious document, find the domains it directs to. So malicious documents may contain a suspicious command to get executed when opened and embedded malware as a dropper. Malware installer component, or may have some C2 commands, command and control infrastructure like a remote server to go and send information to. So we're going to be looking at what is CyberChef, what are the capabilities of CyberChef, how to leverage CyberChef to analyze malicious documents, and how to there's that word again. I tell you, I can't say it. Obfuscate, deobfuscate. It really does my head in. Filter and pass the data. So lab deployment. For today's task, you will need to deploy the machine attached to this task by pressing the green star. I'm just going to do this now and I'm just going to walk through this and follow everything. All right, so let's go start machine and let this VM boot up. Okay, so when that's up, we can go show split view. And once that's open, we'll go view in full screen, drag that out and just close that split screen. Awesome, so we have a CyberChef Overview. So it's a web-based application used to slice, dice, encode, decode, parse, analyze data or files. The CyberChef layout is explained below. An offline version of CyberChef is bookmarked in Firefox on the machine. So let's open up Firefox there. So we can see here that that's saved and we can just click that to access it. Cool, so we've got our input field here. Number 2 is our various functions. You drag it from this operations into the recipe and then you see the output down here and then we hit bake. So using CyberChef for maldoc analysis, malware analysis. Add the file to CyberChef. So we'll just drag it so we can click on our malware document and we can go ahead and drop that into the input. I had no idea you could put files in here. And this will open the file input icon. Number 2, we can go extract strings. So we can search in our operations here for strings and we can go ahead and pop that in our recipe. So this is essentially running the strings command in the terminal. We've just done the same thing but here, so that's cool. And we can change it to select all printable characters under ASCII. And here we can, if you remember from the last video, we actually saw all of this in Inquest, I think it was, or maybe VirusTotal, but here's what's been obfuscated. Nailed it. If we examine the result, we can see that random strings of different lengths and some sort of rearranged strings. Okay, so it looks like they've put these bracket and underscores in between the meaningful. So what we're gonna do is we can find these characters and find and replace them a new line. All right, let's do this. This is actually really cool. I had no idea you could do any of this. There's find and replace. So we'll pop that in. I'm just gonna go full screen. So we're gonna look for brackets, backslash, brackets, backslash, brackets, underscore, new line. So we can see how that has removed all of those obstacles. And as it says in the example here, we're dealing with a PowerShell script. So number 4, drop bytes. To get access to the base 64 string, we need to remove the extra bytes from the top. Let's use the drop bytes. So we'll go look for drop bytes, add that to the end, and it needs to be 124 in length. So if we disable it, we can see that we've got more information, and if we enable it, okay, so I find this a little confusing, not really sure exactly where the 124 comes from, I understand they're increasing the number until they see, oh, do we look at the bottom? So this is supposed to just give us our base 64 and not include anything else. So not sure why I still have more stuff in there. So I think what I've highlighted is the base 64 string, which is the payload. I still have other stuff. I'm not sure if that's fine. I'm just going to continue. Number 5, decode base 64. So now we only are left with the base 64 text. Yeah, well, see, mine's not. What did I do wrong? So I'm just holding down the up arrow, just waiting for everything to leave until we get to the start of the string, which is this capital U here. So I'm at 958, but I still have all of this extra information at the end. So I'm totally going off script here. I'm going to chuck in drop bytes again. I'm going to try and determine what the end is. End 4631. Okay. And I can remove all the other bytes. So I've put in 4631 in this second drop bytes. And I'm just going to increase the length until we've removed. After a little time of clicking around, I've added in a second drop bytes, which is started at 4631, and it's the length 1212, and now I have just the string. I don't know what this is. So this could be dead wrong and I might have to just cut this out or undo this, but now I have something closer. So I'm not sure why mine was different. Anyway, let's see what else I can do wrong. Now we actually have base 64 text. We will use this from base 64. So let's go base 64 from, and that's looking quite similar to the screenshot. This is good. And Decode UTF-16. Base 64 decoded results clearly indicates a PowerShell script, which seems like an interesting finding. In general, the PowerShell scripts use the Unicode UTF-16LE encoding by default. We will be using the decode text. Okay, put that at the end. So if you're wondering, the order actually does matter. Like, we can't change the order because then it will process incorrectly. So we've got decode text and mine hasn't worked. Oh wait, there's an option. I gotta scroll down. Oh. 16LE. Mine still hasn't worked. It's sort of worked and then it's gone wrong. All right, I'm gonna just keep going and hopefully everything works out fine. Find and remove common patterns. So Forensic McBlue observed various repeated characters without the input, which makes fine. Let's use regex to find and replace function again to remove these characters. As shown below, the final regex will be blah, 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 blah. So we're gonna paste this in. So another one. So now if we examine the output, we'll find various domains and some weird letters. Well, I'm finding weird letters. Mine hasn't worked. I'm gonna try and revert what I did up here. I'm just gonna go disable, and I'm gonna use another drop bytes and just do what I was told to do. And now I have Chinese characters. Someone is playing a cruel prank on me. I failed to set the minimum in strings. Instead of 4, it should be 258. Did it. Oh, wow. Okay, so a little bit of a detour there. Do better than me, guys. Okay, so now we can go back to find and replace. Number 8, if we examine the output, we'll find some various domains and some weird letters before each domain reference. A replace function also will seem to replace it with HTTP. Every time I go through rooms like this, it sort of gets me. I'm like, how do you just know how to do this? From the few capture the flags that I've played, it's like, you just learn over time how to do this stuff. Like right now, observing some weird characters. It's like, oh, you know, like I can see : google.com, and then again at something, and there's the same with, it's like, I know that that's a URL, like that's going to go to google.com something, but then it keeps being interrupted by these weird characters. I think I'm just saying that stuff takes time to learn. So we're going to use another find and replace, going to pop that in the end. This time we're going to be using this bracket B2H underscore as our query to find, but instead of replacing it with nothing to get rid of it, we're going to be replacing it with HTTP. And this is how we can actually get our proper payload. Holy heck, quite the recipe. So now we have extract URLs. We're not even done. Number 9, there actually is a tool called extract. Oh, we can extract a lot. Extract URLs. Pop that in at the end. So here we're getting right down to where things are going. We can use split URLs with @ so there's a split function. I've learned so many new things. So we can split at anything, and we'll go with the @ and we'll just have a new line. So now we see everything nice and pretty. So we've got Bandit Yeti going to a mystery gift.exe, google.com just for the example, secretsanta.thm golden ticket is thm mystery flag. All right, Defang URL. Great, we've finally extracted the URLs from the malicious document. It looks like the document was indeed malicious and was downloading a malicious program called the mysterygift.exe. Before passing these domains to the SOC team for deep malware analysis, it is recommended to defang them to avoid accidental clicks. So we'll pop that in the end. So it also removes the TT, so nothing can be automatically hyperlinked. And then it puts brackets around all of the dots and whatnot. Great work. It's time to share the URLs with the malicious document with the malware analysts. Wow. I've used CyberChef in the smallest ways possible. I had no idea it could do all of this. Wow. This is like crazy. Okay, so let's go over our questions and see what we can get. So what is the version of CyberChef found in the attached VM? So I can see it up there. We've got 949.0. How many recipes were used to extract URLs from the malicious doc? So how many in total? I think there was 12. I mean, 14 if you include my other random ones. No, it was 11. Hey, now I have no idea. Okay, there was 10. Just counted them. Why was there 11? What was... okay, these points. There was one. Number 1 was just add the file. So next, we found a URL that was downloading a suspicious file. What is the name of the malware? So that was going to Bandit Yeti, and it was the mysterygift.exe. Next up, what is the last defanged URL of the Bandit Yeti domain found in the last step? So it's looking at the files index. So this is also asking for defang. So I'm just going to disable defanged for a second so I can just copy paste this. Oh, sorry, once defanged. I can't read. What is the ticket found in one of the domains? So we had the mystery golden flag. And if you like this investigation, we've got another module. Awesome. So that'll do us for day 7. This has been a lot of fun. I'm actually enjoying the days more and more. So thank you so much for getting to this part of the video. I genuinely appreciate it. Not just saying that, it actually means a lot. If you did enjoy this video and you want to, leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. Again, appreciate it. Otherwise, I'm gonna let YouTube suggest a video for you to go and watch. So if you want to stick around on the channel, I'd appreciate that. Also, I appreciate a lot of things. I don't know why I said that sarcastically. I genuinely do appreciate it. I'm just rambling. Thank you so much. I will see you in the next video.